Ape Nation, good morning. It is Monday, July 12th, 2021. It is approximately 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, a.m., and we're going to talk about everything that's AMC going into this week. Everything that happened over the weekend as far as UFC and Black Widow. I went to go see the movie. I'll tell you what I thought, what was going on at the theater. I talked to some of the employees to find out about the shareholder discounts. So I'm going to give you all that news. So without further ado,
cue the speeder.
And you just said that on camera. This going viral.
Ape Nation, thank you for helping me pass 200 subscribers. If you haven't subscribed yet, hopefully I can earn it today. Let's talk about this weekend's box office numbers. Because as we all are clearly aware,
help you? It's not what you know, it's what you can prove.
Okay, so according to Deadline, all films at weekend domestic box office hit 117 million, led by Black Widow, highest level since President's Day 2020. Interesting thing I pulled out of this article, there was no question that Black Widow would post the biggest opening for the pandemic at 80 million to date. However, the Disney Plus premiere aspect, which reportedly is 60 million global, and anywhere north of 20 million stateside, as Disney claimed, to 100 million consumer spend victory. Clearly cut into box office monies, as evident in the PIC's huge minus 41% drop between Friday and Saturday. All right, so dismantling these numbers, if so far Black Widow was at 80 million and Disney Plus was at 20 million, we're at a 4-to-1 ratio from box office to streaming at home. So that's not bad. If we're only giving up 1/5 of the market to streaming, of the overall market, I would say that's pretty on par with what we've been seeing since streaming came. Or since anything came. Since HBO and Cinemax came, since Redbox came, since Blockbuster came. It's probably historically been somewhere around there. Now, I don't know that for sure, and I can't find any solid numbers to back that up. But a 4-to-1 ratio is a good ratio no matter what it is. Anything that you're dealing with, 4-to-1, if it's in your favor, those are good odds. Now, talking about worldwide, Disney claims 215 million worldwide victory at the box office, and Disney premiere with Black Widow weekend. Will distributing model and danger in movies life cycle update. They go in, if you want to go read this article on Deadline, they go much deeper into everything that happened post-pandemic and taking the numbers apart. It doesn't have the numbers that we're looking for, but there is a lot of information here you can break down about what happened this weekend. So we know we had a 13 million preview Thursday night opening. And then it says here, Black Widow took a big fall on Saturday, earning 23.3 million, which next to its Friday, including Thursday previews, was 39.5. And guys, you're going to always have movies that Thursday and Friday night are bigger than Saturday night. It's the first 2 nights the movies come out. People are in high anticipation. So they're going to go see them the first 2 nights, especially if they can and have the availability to. Now, compare that to Captain Marvel. Now, Captain Marvel, and remember this with Black Widow. Captain Marvel came out before Endgame. People thought you had to go see Captain Marvel in order to find out who Nick Fury was calling at the end after we had the snap, right? So this is way more highly anticipated, even though I can't stand Brie Larson. This was way more anticipated because it's coming between 2 huge movies for Marvel, literally the end of Phase 3, I believe. So to try to compare the two, plus Black Widow's been put off for 2 years now. Natasha's dead in the Avengers world. So we have to go back now, picture she's alive again, and pick up her story in between, I believe, Infinity War and the Avengers, if I got that correct. But there's a big difference between Captain Marvel and Black Widow. So trying to compare the two is not really, it's not a good comparison because they were on 2 totally separate timelines. Like I said, this was paused and put on hold for 2 years. A lot of people lost interest in Disney in general and Marvel because of everything they've done to the comics. So I still think it's a good showing for us. I wouldn't be that upset about the numbers or it affecting the market today in AMC. Also, the UFC fight, I saw this on Reddit. Wherever this gentleman was, Tyson's Corner, Virginia, sold out for the UFC fight. AMC is doing this right. Hashtag at CEO Adam, this is the way. You know, that's my favorite line. I'm the Massalorian. This is the way. I know last night when I went to my theater, first of all, I thought Black Widow was actually really good. I didn't see that much woke feminism stuff in it. I thought it was actually pretty good. For not having any superpowers in the movie, really. Everyone was just human. They were just assassins. I thought it was pretty good. I thought the special effects were good. The fights were good. The story was good. I had no problem with it at all. I thought it was a solid movie. Now, my movie was sold out by the time I got there, and the two other shows, now this is on a Sunday night at 8 o'clock, both of those were sold out. And when I went to the desk to ask to get my free investor popcorn or whatever it was, the drink, I can't remember which, I asked her, I said, are there a lot of people coming in with this, app to get the free stuff? And she said, oh yeah, there's a lot. So guys, there's a lot of us out there. That's what the girl said. All right, now, another thing this morning I want to talk about is this article that came out from the Motley Fool. If you happen to run across this article, be extremely careful in the points this a-hole Sean Williams makes, because this isn't his first article. It's 8 lies that have fueled the AMC Entertainment pump and dump scheme. Historically has conclusively shown that all pump and dump schemes end poorly. AMC is not a pump and dump. Here is our pump, and here is our consolidation. This is a pump and dump. A pump and dump is when you see a huge spike and then a complete drop off. So let's compare it to this right here. So we are at 750. We climb to 2215, or I'm sorry, yeah, 2215, and we come back down to $11. So from 7 to 22 to 11 within a 6-day period, that's a pump and dump. AMC is not a pump and dump. So first one of these lies debunked. They go into 8 different points here. You can go read this for yourself. It's at Motley Fool. I'm only going to go over 2 to debunk real quick. The first one I'm saying that it's not a pump and dump. Another one they brought up was BlackRock and Vanguard buying AMC stock is bullish. They talk about how they, in the first quarter, they actually had bought positions, but BlackRock and Vanguard added to more than 39 and 3,200 of these stakes respectively. And it says how overall institutional ownership in AMC fell during the first quarter. Don't forget, in the first quarter, Wanda, which was a huge AMC stockholder, dropped $220 million worth of AMC. So that's going to have a huge effect on the overall. They dropped their positions from 9.8 to 6.8. So a 3% drop. That's going to show up in these numbers when they're saying BlackRock and Vanguard buying AMC stock is bullish and that institutional ownership fell in the first quarter. That's going to have a huge part of it, and that's a reason why you're going to see those numbers. Line number 8, Apes saved AMC. Now, AA has come out and said just pretty much as much that we pretty much did save AMC. Look at Screen Rant's article back from January 28, 2021. AMC may have just been saved from bankruptcy by Reddit stock market moves. We know that AMC has made over $2 billion on the stock since we came into this game and pulled it off the floor at $2. Literally, it was at $2 on the floor getting stomped. And we have pulled it up as high as 77. And that's when AA sold those shares to Mudrick, right? And we've seen a drop since then. So go back to this article. Look at the different things that they're saying. You can pretty much find a debunk for every one of these positions that they're taking. Hedge funds short selling bankrupts companies. Guys, I don't know how much more of bogus BS this could be. That is the whole intention of short selling something to bankruptcy. They don't have to pay any taxes on that. They get to keep all the money if they do that. If you don't think they're doing that, go back and watch Wes Christian's interview with Superstonk. And Wes Christian is the guy who has been fighting this in court for the last 20 years and winning cases based on hedge funds bankrupting companies. And how do they do it mostly? A lot of it is done by mainstream media, which is their fifth lie here. Hedge funds control the mainstream media. No one said they're controlling them. They have people on who can pump or dump whatever they want, right? So we're not saying that they have control over the media, although who knows? The market and mainstream media is so twisted right now. I don't take anything they say as fact. All right, guys, so let's take a look at the pre-market right now for AMC. We are at 44.05. We're down about 4%, about $2 total. Let's just take a look into the future and think of what might go on this morning. We know a lot of people coming back from vacation, whether it be retail or big investment. We know Mondays are always a high volume, busy day. Traditionally, it has been for AMC. So let's not be surprised if possibly this morning we see AMC pump up and get to, somewhere under $50 again. And then we have some kind of sell-off. But who knows what's going to happen today? There's so many things that are affecting AMC's price right now. No matter who you've listened to over the weekend, there's a lot of things going on in the broader market with the Wells Fargo thing I talked about last Thursday with them cutting the credit lines. There's some anticipation that something's coming negative for the market in general, right? With all the leverage that's out there and the reverse repo up at level highs, record highs of $850 billion. We're closing in on $1 trillion. I'm just saying, be very careful with what you do. Keep your eye on your investments. Take a look at your portfolio. See what it is maybe that you can do without, or something that you don't have long-term plans for that in the short term could drop if we see some kind of drastic move in the market. Just be very cautious and keep an eye on everything. That's all. That's all we can do while we wait for this thing to play out. Because that's what we're doing right now. I said this weekend, I think this is a Tesla squeeze. That's going to take a little longer. Just don't have too many crazy aspirations. Forget about, any huge big dreams right now. Let's just keep everything emotionally in check. And we won't be disappointed, right? All right, guys, good luck today. I hope we have a green day. I know for me personally, I like to see my account go up a little bit. And, we're all still in the green, right? Most of us are still in the green. If we've been on this ride for a while now, we're just using this like almost as a savings account. And instead of making zero in the bank account on interest, we're seeing our money go up a little bit. And we're already seeing AMC come up. It's 7:36. All right, guys, good luck today. This is Ape Nation. I'm the Massalorian, and I'm out.